Hello, this is Tim from Type Artist 41. Well, back to drawing, and let's start. Alright, back to where we left off. If you do have any questions or anything upon that, actually I need to do a few things here, so hard round, that's fine. If you have any questions or suggestions of what I should do, go ahead and put them in the comments and I'll add it, or I'll draw something of it. I will get back to this in a second. I do need to do a few things just to find out exactly what I really want to do. RGB seem like it. New layer, let's see. Just call it layer 1 for now. And zoom in. Okay. Brush. Okay, that's fine. Alright, let's see. What am I feeling today? What should I draw? What person? What creature? What type of being? I'm just gonna do it freehand. Kind of thinking a little bit of a demon. Kind of not. A little bit selfish. A little bit wild. Same time, just slightly futuristic. No. Put glasses on them later if I want to, but not right now. Starts out with a mess of scribbles. If I don't know what exactly I'm drawing, I take those scribbles and refine it. So let's see. Lovely, isn't it? Really? Sorry, my computer likes to do that every so often. See, there are a few things that I draw that kind of how I feel at certain points, but at the same time, it just how I just wish to express myself. Let's see. let's give... But there are many different types of drawing styles. I go sort of off the record and draw any style I actually feel like. But it always depends on the moment, exactly how I wish to draw it, and how I want the character to look initially, finally, and if I want the character to actually look like what I'm drawing. But yeah. I do love to put scratches and bruises on them because it tells quite a bit of their story. So... But yeah, I create characters left and right in my head. I just don't always draw them down because with anything, nightmares come across every single type of character anyway, so I just tend not to draw them because you know, just I kind of like the skull necklace. It kind of adds something there. There we go. I just feel like I need to draw certain things just sometimes though. Alright. General look. And we squash her down. Nope. We'll leave her as she is. Just minimize. Just put on more transparency. I draw in a way that's always going to be different from what people want things to be drawn. But it always depends on if the person has exactly what idea they want to draw too. So there's that. Just tracing a little bit of this so that I can continue it there. Okay. But I just work on it myself. We're always building our own rapport, our own life. not very many people can actually see that, and not very many people would like this type of drawing either. When it's this sort of, well, well, it's more gothic than anything else. But even drawing like this is fun, for me, at least. But I create characters just for the heck of it sometimes. Not for really anyone else's benefit, but if they want to learn from it, that's also another thing. I am working on trying to make a comic and all that stuff. And that too takes time. Just a second. Allergies always going wild. During this season, at least. And then right there, just drawing the aspects of ear. And her ear is quite different than all the other ears that I do. There we go. Let's see, let's draw on her ear. Everything's always going to be a sketch until you actually finish parts of what you're trying to do. We'll finish that mostly later, but yeah. There we go. She's almost done. Just putting in the last few bits and pieces, of course. Sorry, excuse me. Alright, so now that we have that, we need this. Whenever I draw something, I kind of have to just use these as somewhat guidelines. And every time people think of, well, any type of thing with horns, they always think, oh yeah, that's just a demon. And there's so many things that people don't quite understand that actually can be called offensive in some alien cultures too. By saying that, oh yeah, they're just demons, right? Not exactly. They're more eccentric than demons, if I were to say. But yeah. And they're more fun than demons too. Well, yeah. Kind of like it when just bits and pieces are missing. You draw and then you draw and then you draw. Come on. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. And then just... And no character is going to be perfect either, so... Come on, there we go. And voila. Alright. Got our little demon friend there. I'll fix her up later. Let's move back to the project I had beforehand. Alright. So we got the hand there. We'll deal with it later, but yeah. Alright. So let's work on the person. We will need to redraw her again. Just finalize who she is. Sorry, it still bothers me. Just the fact of the face, the head. Yeah, the eyes are off. So... let's see. Sometimes kind of have to add the a little bit. The lines aren't always needed either. And then the hair, all that stuff. Hair kind of needs to just follow a certain design too. Same thing with the other side. Alright, now we go off this, just as a guideline really. We also don't want to make it look like she's really old either. Mostly there's that, and then if I do that I have to widen her jaw just a bit. Okay, there's that. So we got half of her. So we need that to intersect with that. But at the same time, we need this to go even further outside of that. Let's do that. Then we bring her neck out just a bit. We take this part, adjust it, take in part of the eye, erase this, a definitive line there. Turn off that layer. Have more of an outline of where her ears are. Her neck. And then all the different parts of her hair as they go outward. And we erase this line right here. Oops. Don't want to add to it. Erase it. Of course, this does take a couple of tries. Alright, so now that we have that, we look for the shoulder line. The new shoulder line, really. Oops. Looks like it moved upward on that side. This one's still about the same, which makes it a little bit easier on this part. So the arm doesn't have to move. So there's that part. Add this. And then on this side, this side doesn't matter as much, but it still matters to an extent. This part right here. This part, move it in just slightly. There we go. Then we work on the dress, bringing it down. And then for this, right there. Okay. Alright. So now that we have that, sometimes it's just better not to do so many lines, so I'm going to take out the inner line on this just to make it a lot simpler, but at the same time make it a lot easier for me to just continue all this. There's that. So I bring it down right there. And then right here, do that part. There we go. We'll just go with this. Same thing on this side, we do the same thing. I could do this, which would be more accurate than that. But here we are. This actually just needs to go up more like this. Erase a little bit of that. Gonna erase a little bit of this. Also just make it so that the lines intersect. Right there we go. It's going to show a little bit more on here. Kind of like that. That works. Okay. There's that. Okay. And then add just the link between them. I could do a bow, but to me there's not really a reason to do a bow. But I could just do a clip. There we go. I just need to add this part right here. And she's practically done. Just a few more steps here and there. Add color, add her other arm that seems to have just kind of not there. And the reason why I'm doing all this on separate layers is because, well, you can't do the, whenever you're doing a hand, you actually, that's touching the face. you kind of can't do it on one layer, and it doesn't look right when you do it on layers that aren't supposed to be there. And hands are always going to be tricky because to me they never look right, so so get rid of that. So if we add fingernails and all that, do that. And also just add the nails like that, which I think it looks better that way. I'll redraw this, but yeah, it's always really, really hard to draw any sort of finger because it goes in, it goes out, it goes in, and then it goes out. But yeah, hands are a little bit tricky. So you kind of have to just adjust it just a little bit. And then for the palm and all that stuff, that's tricky in itself. Because it can't be too big, but it has to be big enough to where it'll be noticed. No. I'll work on that later, but yeah. I'm actually I know I'm doing a little bit on each part as possible, but just not feeling it tonight. For the most part, yeah. We'll leave that as it is. Just the hand a little bit. Just for him to be a little bit more femme fatale. Because it can't be too thick, but it also can't be too big either. There we go. Looks a little bit better. I just... Not my intention there either. I'm just trying not to do the wrong thing, because there's so many different things that would look a lot better. Come on, work with me here. There we go. But if anybody does have an opinion of what I should do, that would help. I'm going to call it a night for that, and then I'm going to work on her for just a bit more. I know I was trying to finish the other one, but oh well. Kind of got dragged into my own antics here. So let's see that. I'll most likely fix this, but I just want to at least get this started. But let's see. This would be good for Halloween and such, but I don't know. I'm just pooped out of what I actually would want to draw, but she's a work in progress. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with her exactly. I'm still working on the hand. I have a hard time with hands. Oh, there's one thing that I can do. Let's see. Get out the character, go back to the background. From the solar eclipse, there are a few things that I can do, which always are fun to... Let's see. Oh no. Splatter. And what I like to do with splatter is I like to take it to an absurd type of size. Change it to multiple different colors, all the same frequency and all that. Oops. There we go. Well, all the same. If someone's colorblind, they'll see the same color over and over repeated, but it's always fun with splatter brushes because you can actually make them your stars and planets and all that stuff. But yeah, it adds a really nice effect, so... But kind of want to make it so that it's not too much. At the same time, you want to go all out. But it does give a nice effect. And gives the mystic type of look. She will be finished before my next, she'll be finished either before or during my next stream. Most likely during. I'll start coloring her in and fixing her up, but no, I actually will make it a point to have the... Okay, there we go. To have just the main character of whatever I'm drawing finished. So we will get to finishing her up as well as her. Let's take out the background. But I want to at least have it so that each part of this is finished. So the background is finished for her. The only thing that I need to do for her is finish drawing her exactly. Especially the parts where I kind of need to fix and adjust. But it will also get me to finishing the arm and all that stuff and fixing her left arm, which looks absurdly long and just incorrect. No, I know the proportions here look wrong and I need to fix them. But that will be in next time. I was just trying to at least sketch out some of my ideas of what I'm to do. I'm still working on my comic and all that stuff. I just needed time to think of what exactly I'm planning. But I will see you guys next time. I'll finish these 2 during that stream, and I really do hope to see you guys next time on the next stream. This is Tuck Otters signing off for today. Thanks for joining, and for those who do join in later, if you do leave comments, I will respond within about a day of you actually commenting. So be patient for any response that I do have. I do try to look at anything that is said to me, or if you have any suggestions of what I should draw. As long as it's not copyrighted, I will go and draw it. But you have to give me a clear idea, and I'll draw it. But I do hope to see you guys. Sorry. I hope to see you guys next time. This is Tech Artist signing off. Thanks for joining.